What's up, people? Marcus here with NedWacky.com. Hey, this is one of the most important and vital videos, educational videos about our product I'm gonna make. So last night I was in a creek. I've got this goal where there's a certain bait that I've made in a certain colorway, and I'm trying to catch 500 fish by the end of the month. My wife informed me last night, reminded me that this is the shortest month of the year, so that doesn't help. And I didn't start till the 3rd of the month. So I think last night I caught like 11. The night before that I caught 22 or 23. And ironically, the night before that I caught 16. Brandon Daniels was in town, and I caught 16. Then the night before that I caught almost 30. But those 2 nights didn't count because I didn't have the bait yet and I wasn't doing the challenge. But last night I said 11 or 12. And I caught a couple really big smallies and a big, almost 4-pound largemouth. But I lost 4 fish. And of the 4, 3 of them would have been really strong. I mean, from what I recognize on a 3-pound smallie or a 4-pound largemouth, these fish would have been somewhere around that 2.5 to 4-pound mark. And I lost 4, and I lost them all back to back. 2 of them I lost within like 5-6 feet of trying to bring them in. The other 2 I lost within 5-6 feet from the boat. It was late, I was tired. Normally I would snap and be like, something's not right. This is not normal. Honestly, I'll go out there and catch 25 smallies and largemouths sometimes and not lose 1. And there's days I might lose 1 to 3, but never do I lose 4 back to back. So I would lose 1, I would send it over, I'd send it out, lose it, send it over again, 10, 12 foot to the left, get another one, boom, lose it, send it over again. I mean, it was so frustrating. 100% this is what caused it. So in fact, if you look over here, I'm in the process of making, these are curing, these are our Creekstone colorway Ned jigs. These are awesome, by the way. So we make it in what I call graphite black, and we make it in this color called Creekstone, which is gonna really blend in well with like our waters here in the Ozarks. The bottom of them has this like tannish, brownish stone. So the whole purpose is that that's gonna blend in. And then we have the graphite black as well. But this is why I lost the fish. When you're fishing with a Ned, you don't want a massive hook. You don't want a lot of gap right here. You don't need all that. You want it as discreet as possible. I know better, and I've even talked about this, but 100% this is what went wrong last night. It was dark, it was cold, it was late. I just slapped my Ned hook in my bait. So I caught a bunch of bass. My battle bug was just like hanging off after like 6 or 7 bass, so I replaced it. This is the secret, guys. You have to do this specifically with our battle bug and specifically with the mini tube. You can see I got a bunch of battle bugs here, a bunch of mini tubes. What makes these baits so good is it's a nice, beefy, thick profile for the body. There's some beef to it, so it shows up on the fish's radar. Then you have these appendages that are really thin and light and very jiggly. So the jiggly action brings the fish. The thickness kind of gets their attention of something falling through the water column that they might want to eat. That's what makes that bait and this one the same thing. We do not make a hollow tube. We're one of the few, if not only companies I know of, that makes a solid tube, which is excellent for Texas rig or Ned rigging. That solid tube is what falls through the column, gets their attention, as well as these little wiggly jiggly appendages that are tentacles that are hanging off of it. You want something dense enough to get their attention. You want something small enough to wiggle and finesse to entice them to bite. So, because the body of this is thick, if you run that Ned right down the middle, the hook, if you enter it right down the middle, like that, which most people would do, then you end up with a very minimal amount of hook projecting out. I'm putting it behind it, right? Look at that. There's about maybe 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch of hook shooting out past that bait. Now, our plastisol is very ooshy-gushy, but again, this is a solid body. So your hookup ratio decreases tremendously. When a fish bites it, they bite down, you yank it up. If you have a 1/16 of an inch, you can see that, of the hook sticking out compared to how I'm gonna rig this. I'm gonna use one of these because it's going in the, when you buy our hooks, our Ned jigs, you get a free bait with one, and I actually have it pre-rigged for you so you know exactly how to rig it. But anyway, I'm not gonna go in the middle. There's my hook right in the middle. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna do 1/3 of this bait. That's all you need. Remember, we got these big old bait grabbers on our hooks that really hang on to the bait good. And then I'm gonna really sandwich that weight down in there. Now look at that. I've got over 1/8 of an inch of hook projecting out of my bait. That's what you need, and it makes all the difference, guys. On the battle bug, I'm gonna grab one of these. I'm gonna do the same thing. So here's the battle bug. I'm not gonna enter it right down the middle. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna look for that 1/3 mark, right about there, about 1/3 of the body. I'm gonna bring it down, bring it through, and I'm gonna sandwich that bad boy really good and almost push it almost at an outward angle a little bit too. Boy, that weight blends in perfect, doesn't it, that color? Anyway, look, I've got about 1/8 of an inch of hook projecting out of my bait. I know it sounds silly. There's gonna be people that say, oh, little things like that don't really matter. It's something you're doing. It's not something I'm doing, guys. I catch a lot of fish. I catch small fish with little mouths, little 5-inch rock bass with this exact bait every time. Last night I caught like 4, and I catch big 20, 21, 22-inch largemouth with this exact bait. So, but I lose everything. I lost 4 back to back because I did not rig it like this. I entered right through the middle of my bait. And I know I did because I was like, wait a minute, snap. That's what I bet it is. Sure enough, I looked at my bait. It was rigged right down the middle, and it was about 1/16 of an inch of the hook sticking out. And they were getting a hold of it, and there just wasn't enough hook to get them quick enough before they let go. Or if I got them even, I think that there was just a minimal amount of hook that was out. So a minimal amount of hook got into a lip and they got off. I lost 4 bass. So the 11 I caught last night would have been 15, and it would have been 3 really big additional bass. But because of the way I rigged that battle bug, that little bitty minuscule thing, I lost them. I hope that helps. NedWacky.com. Have a great day.